Won't connect. Mid lane 8-3 Tiny and 3-0 Lifestealer. Wait a second. Why not have lead? Oh, she's still level 1. Oh dear. Why is she still level 1, buddy? Arrow's a creep. Oh, whoopsie daisy. First kill of the night, me. Chen with a with another sentry. Sentry on sentry on sentry action. Down bottom, there's a bit of a go there on the Lina lane. I thought there was action, but it looked like they'll turn. Down bottom, LSA to stun the ES and run away. Salve is up, but cancelled after just a second and a half. Nothing left really to give here for this Lina kill. Earthshaker and Mirana both on cooldown. There is another arrow now though for the Mirana, but look at this Ogre go. Does have a mango for another fire blast. 8 dies out of top lane as the Chen gets brought to his knees. Lina has to go all the way home though. The Terrorblade, yeah, drawing a lot of attention to, but Chen, I feel like maybe should just be jungling. Like leave this lightning creep here, have the Harpy just spam lightning. Holy shit, that damage. Yo, does he die here? Oh, another sentry. Whoa, hey. Sentry's dead. How much damage is that? 140. I mean, penitence. 2 lightnings and then like 1 punch. They'll move on to the Terrorblade, but this is risky. Trian. Chen, level 3. Let's grab some experience and gold from it, but I'm not going to be able to rationalize it like that. Lifestealer now, he's got himself up to whittle away at this Tiny, winning in that regen battle. Seed on top. Terrorblade dropping very low. Reflection will try and give him the slow onto that Weaver with a little tree line there to the side of the lane, and bounty runes, one of them will be claimed there by the Dire team. It does look like a triple for the Radiant though. Bottle refilled by the Lina as she gets a double bounty rune for herself. Mirana left 1 versus 2. It's like Earthshaker has been given the bat signal to head up towards top. Lifestealer getting the upper hand in that mid lane now. As we expected, gets a couple of levels. Tiny no longer absolutely slaughtering the just tree grab. Every time he moves towards the creep wave, you've got open wounds, you've got feast, and you've got Lifestealer chomping away at little Tiny now. There is an avalanche toss with a Fisher though. Lifestealer trying to stick around and fight, pops himself in and out of a creep. Not sure why he jumped out of that one. K1 retreating, speeding away. Windlace on the Earthshaker makes it a little difficult, but the living armor comes out. And Lifestealer will be perfectly happy. Centaur Stomp up top with the Metamorphosis. Weaver in a spot of bother. Fairy Fires, damage already done though. Terrible clears up. Looks one, finds the second maybe as well with a Treant. Caught under the sentry wall. Finally, the Dire team getting a couple of kills up under the belt. Down bottom though. Dire losing Mirana again to the Lina and the Ogre, pressuring tier 1. cutting in behind that tower as well to find a kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Where's Tiny's boots? Buy yourself some boots, sir. Ogre has boots. Lena has boots. Mirage doesn't have boots. We'll stop there, shall we? Tranquil's over on the Earthshaker, though. I'll start prepping for that blink dagger. 7 minutes 20. Another dive down bottom behind the tier 1. Not quite connecting with the Light Strike Array as Double A has one leap ready and rare to go. Dragon Slave into the Light Strike Array. The stun connects after the flies forward, but the great rotation from Tiny will catch the kill on Lena. Double A killed by Ogre, so they get the 2 for 1, but a great play from Yamsun finally getting into action and taking part in a couple of kills. Doesn't find the killing blow on either of them. But a good chunk of change there for the Earthshaker. Look, straight up to 700 gold. Blink Dagger well on its way for him already. Yamsun
Dire's middle tower is
still being delayed here. He's got to have boots on the courier, right? Bring them out, you slow ass Tiny. K1, there is the Radiance being queued up by him to handle a TB Mirana Tiny with all their right click attack. As Weaver and Tree as bottom lane a fight kicks off. Nice little Laguna Blade there to take down the Earthshaker. Mirana with a leap and 5 wand charges. Looking to try and escape from this, but another Fire Blast, a multicast in fact. Another kill there for Lena, she gets a double. K1 running away. Not sure what's happening over here, but he's dropped the DX again. Radiant scan. Not sure exactly where it headed to, but bottom, oh, we've missed out on that. Ogre's killed off the TB. They do find the Lena there, 9 minutes in, getting some trade backs, but I don't have a clue how TB... I mean, it might have been a multicast and he couldn't get Sunder off. I think that's the only situation in which that happens. Avalanche, no toss. Tiny out of him now as the Treant comes in with the root. Yamsun not going to get chased down by the Weaver. Still afraid of that burst potential. The TP reactions from Witch Doctor GG playing reasonably patiently there with the Weaver for now. Oh, Mirana's still down in the dumps. Level 5 for her all the way down there. I guess Weaver is still level 5 as well, closing in, nearly about to crack 6. How close is Mira? Nah, she is halfway through it. Unfortunately dies. Very unfortunately. Good attempt there from the Lena.
Radiant structures
Not catching Avatar. He's found himself a little sneaky avenue out. Bounty runes have spawned up here, so double bottom for the Radiant it appears, as they do potentially find a catch and a kill, but it's not the one they thought it would be. The Weaver goes up high ground to find the TB. Tiny shuts it all down. Chen wrapping around, has a dust, catches the Treant as well. They see him. Real follow through though here as what is K1 doing? He is continually dragging creep waves from that mid lane into the dire jungle and farming them. Now he's been fished up though. Enchant hooked him. Follow through galore. Arrow slides on by. Lifestealer still alive. Lifestealer still alive. Sec crashed. I can move. I think you don't. I don't think he's lagging either. cheeky bastard.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's
Find the
middle
ogre.
tower is under
But
attack.
I'm not going to stand for that. Like the all chat last game, I let it slide once. I was going to let the admins, you know, think about it. Maybe take action. Now I'm just going to tell them stop fucking around because that's not acceptable. Like all chat flaming, it's bad. Get one pass for that. But BM pausing like that, very blatantly on top of that, step too far. No more.
Dire's
I'm
bottom
putting my foot
tower
down.
has fallen. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Weaver bottle moving into treads. It's much slower here for the Radiant team than it was in the previous game. Terrorblade hasn't really shut down as much as I thought he might be. Tiny, yeah, still a decent distance away from that blink dagger. Really, the key pivotal timing is going to be around that Radiant's Lifestealer. If they're unable to shut down K1, this Dire team actually, you know, even if they're ahead by 5-6k net worth, this one item is going to make them struggle very heavily. Never mind having to deal with Lina, who has your scepter and a couple hundred gold. That gives her massive kill power on every single one of these Dire heroes. A Dire hero. Giving an alpha wolf to the TB just to keep farming. Yeah, level 4 Holy Persuasion, Wild Wing double catapults. They actually have... Does they have meta? They do. So they have this sick timing, actually. Dragonlance meta, double catapults. They can go and destroy some towers. Interesting maneuver, though, from the raid. Coming in behind the shrine with the help of Weaver swarming over. It will force the Moonlight Shadow. And the sentry from the Ogre with an Ob Sword there sees every move coming in from the Dire. So thinking about going on in with a leech seed forward, tries to keep the Ogre alive with the Overgrowth as well. Slow down the advance of the Dire team as they place their sentry and moving forward with a toss on the enchant Shaker. Ogre still alive. Fisher on cooldown, so Treant all the way back behind them. With Weaver on top of them, the LSA there, but the toss will follow through. Arrow on top, and the Lina is done for. But they've got some kills on the back. With an avalanche, they've stunned the Weaver, but he's going to Shuguchi forward and look for the 10. 8 in trouble as his right click down. Tiny and Mirana still thinking about maneuvering forward and looking for Goga, but they've been hit by the swarm. It comes the multicast and the root as well. Mirana with one leap. She's got one leap at the Dream, but the Dream will become a nightmare as Tiny left high and dry. 3 versus 1. Yamsun absolutely done for. Big ultra kill for the Weaver. 14-11 now as Team South in the driving seat. Terrorblade all the way back at the triple cap with meta ready, but no TP reaction. Well, that's his team. Fall and tumble. In the meantime, we have Relic up on the lifesteal, halfway towards that recipe for Radiance as well. 900 till blink on Earthshaker. Do we still have Chen creeps? Okay. We still have Alpha Wolf double catapult. So Terrorblade with his timing still available. Arrow will not reach the Lifestealer. Did have himself a rage as well. And even a Fisher there. Unused by the Dire team. Things seem to be slipping a little bit mentally for them. Phase, Yules, and a bottle with a regen rune in it. Down bottom. 10 seconds until bounty is about to spawn. They'll immediately lose their Radiant Obs and Sentry there, so a good little pop from Chen.
Is under attack.
But they'll grab themselves up the double. Weaver finds a nice couple of bounty runes top though to refill his bottle, and you can see how aggressively as the Radiant squad is deep behind enemy lines top with a couple of deep walls as well, and Lifestealer with no way to stop his rage TP actually just doesn't care. Finishes off his Radiance at 15 minutes, and to be perfectly honest with you, if the Dire team don't do something drastic in the next minute and a half, 2 minutes. If they don't get a couple of good teamfight wins, this game could very well just be over from that one item pickup. So they do Moonlight Shadow with smoke forward, but the sentry from Ogre catches themselves on. Earthshaker trying to swing into action with an arrow onto Ogre. No, missing. Barely. Scrapes his butt crack. Fisher will catch him with a dust there. They'll slow the advance of the Dire team. LSA could come out. Not quite going to clip the Dire squad as they move in, but that's a 5-man rotation for one Ogre kill. Not worth. Not drastic enough. Not big enough. Yo, Lena, you're not meant to die there. Overgrowth. Punch. Nice roots. Damage not there. Hand of God will keep him alive. Mirana falls back to the side. Troop will die. Living armor comes out on himself. Dodge of the arrow there, but the Lifestealer is in with a little slap down from the proud Shaman. Kills the Mirana and looks for the root. Does he still have it? He does. He's got root here. Holding on to it for quite some time. Now do they go? Lifestealer jumps out. The avalanche is there, but the multicast on the Tiny. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. The Weaver will die as the Earthshaker just pops everything on him. Gets that kill, but the takedown on the Weaver not worth it when the Radiance Lifestealer is running rampant and chasing you down. Now he has a Sunday here, but I don't think it matters all too much. Alien Mana Banana is a dead man walking. The Fisher won't even catch that Lifestealer as he rages up. Finds a triple kill. Witch Doctor GG. Looked like they might just be out of ideas. Is that Yules? Is that an LSA? Is that a bird or is that a plane? Mirana nearly dying. Not quite enough damage though through the wand charges to bring Mirana to her knees.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
You know, guys, I just struggle to see what Chen brought to this game. Because the first like 2.5, 3 minutes, Chen was a lane support, right? He was sat in lane behind the TB trying to make sure TB didn't die. So he didn't get a good range of early jungle creeps, didn't stack, didn't pull, didn't really accomplish anything there apart from just being a bodyguard. And right now, sure enough, Chen is a pos 5. Hand of God is too long a cooldown to really rely on, so it's all about the creeps. And if your creeps aren't doing anything, this hero is useless. I think they should have tried a little harder to hit the timing with the Terrorblade's Metamorphosis and Dragon Lapse, but what's done is done. Now you've got to try and make it work from here on out. Moving in for the Lena kill. Enchant Totem, no, not in range. Lena backs away. There's the Radiant squad. They're in position here. On top of the Tiny. Where's the stun? Where's the stun? No stunned. Ogre up on the high ground. Couldn't get it done as the Earthshaker fishes back and keeps them at bay. Radiant not done just yet. They want to keep on going. Earthshaker TP's home. Blink and Echo 1. Finger on the trigger there, Mr. Earthshaker. It's just worrisome when you have, you know, you had double catapults and Alpha Wolf or double catapults and Wild Wing at one point, but Terrorblade spent so much time at the triple camp that I feel like any momentum you could have tried to gain has just been completely lost. Okay, one with another easy kill. Multicast nearly kills the Terrorblade straight up. Chen creeps are dropping like flies as well. Is this high ground attempt? Yeah, looks like it. Lifestealer straight up onto the tier 3. Has himself the Sange, the Radiance. 2600 health.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Not breaking barracks just yet. Very, I want to say passive, but it's more systematic, I guess, the play here from the Radiant team. Not really passive, it's just very, you know, algorithmic, very robotic. Push up, don't commit, fall back, force TPs. Defend tier 1, get the deny on it as well. Ogre, Lena, shove out bot wave. Help here is needed for the Ogre though. Bounty Rune's getting grabbed up. Lena's coming in. LSA doesn't connect with the Tiny, just slightly off the mark there as Chen arrives. And Earthshaker Mirana looking to try and bolster their efforts down bot as well. But here comes the big man. Here comes the biggest of men. Radiant's Lifestealer is ready to play. Fortunately, they've lost their train already. Radiant's Lifestealer is moving in, but the Tiny tossing up the Weaver. Gonna get chased down here for sure. Yam, son, what were you doing? Damn, son! You can't blink, but you've got Moonlight Shadow. No sentry walls around. The Dire have one, but Radiant do not. A little bit further back, they have vision now. Weaver and Oak will spot the Tiny moving forward. Fire Blast with the multicast, start things off with a triple stun. Arrow flies on in, but the Lina dodges past. In comes a Lifestealer. The big black dragon, he wants blood. Who's he gonna get? Open wounds onto the Tiny. Rage as well to make sure that toss doesn't send him back. They've killed off 8 elsewhere with the Chen taking names, claiming lives, and Tiny burnt down by the Radiance in time. The Earthshaker escapes ever so barely off to the west and TP's home as Terrorblade gets a tower top and at least a trade. At least a trade.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm just checking the ancient creeps.
Dire's structures
No more Prowler Sharpens, please. I don't mind too much about the Granite Golems and the Black Dragons, Thunder Lizards. They're all fine. It's just the Prowler Shaman.
Dire's middle tower.
What is it, like 250 damage AoE nuke with minus armor? And you got the freaking stupid root shit as well. I don't know. It's just a nonsensical ancient unit. Nice blink echo on Lifestealer. They're gonna bring him down as well. That's a good pickoff. They lose their tier 3, but they get a massive kill streak. 600 gold going the way of TB, and they claim more as well. Arrow. Oh, yet again off the mark. Very close from the Mirana. Good old try, but not quite the money.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant are scanning.
Mr. Tree. Oh! Leah. What are you doing? Like, this is a bit of a meme. Right? He's got one queued up. But what's Lina doing here? They know for sure. Like, they were fighting here 2 minutes ago. They know that the sentries scattered all over the place. So Lina's never going to get out with Shadowblade. You've already got Weaver and Treant as invis heroes, so the Shadowblade in and of itself seems like a bit of a... not a weird pickup. It's natural for Lina to go Yule Shadowblade, but it's a little bit wonky this game. I think something potentially along the lines of a BKB could have been maybe a little more practical for Lina this match. But I just don't understand why she's going there for a solo pick-off on Earthshaker when they're all here. Bizarre. Actually bizarre. Only a 6k net worth lead for the Radiant. You know, they've not cracked this just yet. I've been picking up this Radiant on the Lifestealer, and sure enough, it is quite problematic for the Dire. Took them an Echo Slam and a lot of follow-through to kill him. Let's see how they do without Echo Slam then, shall we? Ancient Granite Golem. Here we go. It's high ground time. Punch the creeps. Punch the building. The Golem, where are you going? Oh, he's cancelling blinks. Pissing off his enemies. Running into the open mouth of the Dire team. He's 1v3 over here, rages up and looks for the Earthshaker kill. The Hand of God keeps him up and running. Now the Rage of the Lifestealer about to wear off, and Tiny can blink and toss an avalanche, but he can't because it's on cooldown. Never mind, JK, the arrow slides on by yet again. This Mirana off the mark. I don't know how many times now. Gets caught with a nice root from the tree. The Moonlight Shadow counted out by the dust here from Yoga. And Dire once again on the back foot with one hero down. Buyback is available, but the middle barracks have been entirely wiped off the face of the map. Get me out, says the brown player. I believe Mirana is done. That sentry C-Treant, not quite, so Tiny puts himself spot bother, tosses the ogre in, he's a tanky bastard, and in comes the oval big old Lifestealer. Guess what? That Sunder not going to accomplish a whole lot here. K1 chasing forward, nice Laguna Blade towards the TB, Sunder down for 75 seconds as they Yules up, with the LSA to follow on the Earthshaker, and an Echo Slam, where are you? You are in the grave. Buyback immediately as they try to defend their base. Lifestealer is low now, with an urn on him and a quick old salve. They'll bring him back to a reasonable amount of HP. Never mind. Catapult from Chen takes away the salve and the urn. Beautiful stuff. This is fine. This is whatever. Like, I'm sure this is a legitimate crash. This one here was definitely not. Definitely not. Blink CD Tiny. Open Blink for Earthshaker with Echo 2. Treant with no overgrowth. Mirana triple leap. No arrows. Looks like the Radiant will retreat, knowing that Earthshaker buyback comes out. They will fall away.
Money to burn.
Maybe a tactical pause, but whatever.
Dire are scanning.
Hey, the Treant. Heyo! Heyo! What are you doing in our base? What are you doing?
They should have run while they had that chance.
Terriblin has a really very reasonable amount of farm. Interesting Javelin purchase. Mantistar, Dragon Lance, back into the Hurricane Pike. That's all standard. Javelin. Oh, he's changed his mind. Doesn't want the Pike. Swinging into MKB now. Makes a lot of sense. Up against that Radiant's Lifestealer, but would you look at that? Roshan still alive 26 minutes in. Luna takes up the double damage rune. No attempt at Roshan just yet. Earthshaker is lurking top. Looking for this with a fish at the follow, the Avalanche toss, and Champ Totem damage out, but the Weaver time-lapse is back, and now the Dire, they are in trouble. TP out with a Moonlight Shadow. Weaver unable to really catch, consolidate this strong position that the Radiant did have. Look at that LSA sentry. Oh, it's there, just in place. But they have a stun. They're going through. Arrow doesn't connect with anyone. 8 does die to the Lifestealer in the back, but this TB should have dropped. By all means, the Radiant should have caught this one up. Got the open wounds though. Where's the Earthshaker? Where's the Earthshaker? Blink on cooldown. 2 seconds. TB's dead for 50. Oh, there's no Blink Echo. It was on cooldown still. Tiny. Where do you run? Where do you hide? Blink being cancelled now by the urn coming out from this tree and pissing off this Earthshaker massively, as they will smoke back in their fountain. Bottom lane, that damage for the Lina, working on the tier 3. Lifestealer, Halberd Radiance, with the Mantistar done, very tanky. I don't know if the Earthshaker has what it takes. Does he have the stones? With a leap seed on him, I think he's going to run back home. Hide away from the bullies in the corridors. This Treant is out to your money. Homeland completely eviscerated. Buildings gone. They cease to exist. Only a pile of rubble remains. South switch up towards top now. Witch Doctor GG, 5 alive in 5 seconds time. If they can stay up and run to try and get this initiation with the Blink Echo, maybe they can hold their final lane here, but it's going to come down to this. Treant started off on the Earthshaker to cancel out his Blink. Earthshaker pushes the Weaver, but it tossed there. Maybe they can kill him off. Finally, they get something in their way, but they've lost their tier 3 top. The chase on now with the Metamorphosis there. TB needs to get something done. They've dusted up the Treant L towards the lane, but that's going to be the consolation prize, I believe. Shouldn't be able to find anybody else. Maybe with this fixture, Lina will get caught. Echo Slam for good measure, and the Enchant Totem there. Lifestealer 1v4 pretty much has to rage TP out of this. I don't believe there's anything he can do. That, in fact, will be exactly the path he takes. Rage TP back home. 3 dead there for the Radiant team. I think Ogre dropped as well near the beginning of that fight. Did Ogre die? Or am I just wrong? No idea. Lots of people died. 2 full lanes down, which Dr. GG with open barracks top as well. As Ogre Lifesteal moving to contest the Roshan area. Avatar and Alien Man of Banana going to get stunned up on the Earthshaker as Radiant Sentry giving beautiful vision here over the Moonlight Shadow. Tiny Terrorblade and Chen, even with Mirana here, they are fading away into the darkness. And pulling back as far as their bait. Roshan now available for the Radiant. With no Moonlight Shadow, I don't see how this Witch Doctor GG side contest at all. No Maelstrom, no BKB. Mirana feels pretty bad as well, just straight to Hurricane Flight. Feels pretty awkward. Actually now this life stealer has Aegis of the Immortal up and running. If it was hard enough killing him once, it's going to be bloody impossible killing him twice. And this way around, the other 4 heroes on this Radiant side, they can play together as a pack a little more freely, as the life stealer can just walk up high ground. Apparently the Weaver's going to take that job. Chase down the Chen, get the final killing blow. Bot lane, we do miss out on the kill, but Mirana gets found with no buyback available. Now the Tiny's being chased out top lane, moving on onto the... Oh, Terrorblade. Has the Sunder, he's holding on to it, waiting for time. A1 lose about half of his HP as the multicast onto the TV drops him to half again immediately. With LSA, with the Dragon Slave there, won't catch the TV as he moves in with the reflection. Tiny caught between a rock and a hard place now with this Earthshaker. He can't blink, he can't get in. He has Echo Slam, but he's gonna before he can use it. 3 heroes drop dead immediately from the dive team as the TV dies and buys back, but he is pretty much the last man standing. I'm not counting Chen as the hero in this game. He is absolutely pointless. It's the hand of God. Well, this will 14-1 now as GG is called and Witch Doctor GG tap out as Team South get their first victory of the season in JDL. It's season 14. Good little performance from them. Nicely done by the South Americans. Witch Doctor GG not too shabby, just a little outclassed in this series.